Lynch and Frost are co-writing every episode in 2016, their closest collaboration since the opening hours of the first season. And this is good news. This new series offers a more undiluted Lynch-Frost vision than the classic original. Banzai! But we must also remember that Twin Peaks' strengths, as well as its flaws, resulted from creative tension and the pressure of production. It's important to stress that, contrary to a popular myth, David Lynch did not leave Season 2 to direct Wild at Heart. In fact, that film was shot during Season 1, leaving Mark Frost to mostly run the show during that first season. Lynch did step back from the show after Laura Palmer's mystery ended, but not because he was working on another project. Instead, it seems, the story had simply ended for him.
The thing that kills me is that the murder of Laura Palmer was never supposed to be solved.
Only later, with the finale and Fire Walk with Me, would he be able to find a way back into that world. And once he had returned, he could never quite leave again. The most powerful moments of Twin Peaks, Maddie's murder in episode 14, Cooper's Lodge Odyssey in the finale, and Laura Palmer's final days in Fire Walk with Me were all executed by David Lynch. But all were directly or indirectly based on premises set by Mark Frost. The decision to reveal Laura's killer, while made for the wrong reasons,
I'm so sorry,
deepened the impact of her tragedy and transformed a fun whodunit into something far more profound. The decision to make Cooper a fallen hero, while upsetting to Lynch, gave the series a powerful conclusion and inspired some of his best work to date. Both of these new directions, but especially the first, facilitated a prequel with Laura as our protagonist, without which Twin Peaks would feel incomplete and evasive.
Sit down.
And the collaboration of the Twin Peaks experience didn't just change Twin Peaks. It also transformed Lynch as a filmmaker. Early works like Eraserhead and Dune exist in pure dream spaces or genre-encoded fantasy worlds, but they do not mix the worldly and otherworldly in the disorientingly matter-of-fact fashion of Twin Peaks. The show's supernatural flavor paved the way for Lynch to apply dreamlike logic to initially realistic worlds in Lost Highway, Mulholland Drive, and Inland Empire. The straight story's conventional approach to physical reality sets it apart from Lynch's other late films. But like them, it presents a character whose external path is determined primarily by his own inner struggle.
everyone all these years, everyone but me.
This too is a legacy of Twin Peaks. Lynch always suggests psychological spiritual allegory, but films like The Elephant Man and Blue Velvet externalize the character's conflicts, setting a heroic male protagonist against hostile outsiders. With Laura Palmer, Leland Bob, and Cooper's fall from grace, a new theme is established. Evil is located closer to home, in the father.
Dad's best friend goes to work. Bob.
Fred.
Or the husband.
Your husband. He's involved.
And eventually, within the protagonists themselves. Fire Walk with Me complements this thematic shift by revolutionizing Lynch's aesthetic, shattering the distancing techniques of Lynch's early work by marrying the stylistic experimentation of Wild at Heart to a deeply subjective point of view. We aren't in Jeffrey's closet anymore. We're in Laura's head.
I'm not too keen on thinking about tomorrow.
From here on, Lynch prefers to explore the psyches of female victims
And today's slipping by.
from their own perspective, rather than as a voyeur. All of these changes took place when the show departed from Lynch's original conception of a never-ending mystery, in which we seek the truth without discovering it.
That mystery was sacred.
Twin Peaks challenged Lynch. It disappointed him, and it broke his heart.
You know, it's just, like I said, a sadness.
But it also made him a greater artist. Lynch's Hollywood studies, Mulholland Drive and Inland Empire, feed on the behind-the-scenes experience of Twin Peaks. Mulholland Drive explores the frustrations of circumscribed creativity, a subject reflected in the film's own production.
This is the girl. Hey, that girl is not in my film!
Since Lynch had to adapt an abandoned TV pilot
It's no longer your film.
into a feature film with new footage.
What's it open?
Indeed, Mulholland Drive plays out as if the Twin Peaks pilot had been attached to the final act of Firewalk with Me. We witness the same relationship between a beautiful, slightly unreal mystery and the powerful psychological trauma beneath it. The story of Inland Empire goes even further. It feels even more closely related not only to its own production, but to that of Firewalk with Me. Inland Empire follows an actress whose identification with her character becomes so complete that she slips through a physical and psychological rabbit hole.
Nikki, you were wonderful.
The actress's intense involvement with this role astonishes the director, deepens the movie, and ultimately liberates the lost girl whom the actress has come to embody.
I sing this poem to you. On the other side, I see waves glowing. It's far away from me. I can see it there.